Welcome back to the Metaphysical Tea. I'm Tess.
And I'm Bri.
And today we're talking about environments. So environments are so cool. If you have looked at your human design chart at all, or if you have tried to read it, there's 4 arrows up at the top. And if you're looking at the chart, the top left, that's your digestive system, which we've talked about already. And then the next one under it, that's your environment. And the reason the arrows are so cool is because when you master your digestive system, the next step is your environment. The next step is your view and perspective. You start to see the things that you're supposed to see.
Okay.
And then it goes into your motivation and your focus, but it goes in that order up to the top arrow. So as you hit each one in that order, you move on or level up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool. So once you've worked on your digestive system, you can move to environment. So environment, there are 6, just like there's 6 numbers in the profile. So the numbers for each environment coincide with the numbers of everything else in human design. So number 1 is caves, and 1 is the knowledge seeker. Okay, and then 2 is the hermit. So markets is the hermit or the natural. Okay. Kitchens is the experiencer, us. Mountains is the opportunist. Valleys is the hero, and shores is the role model. But your personality type still matters. It's just that your environment has to do with these things also.
It's another layer.
Yeah, there's so many layers in human design. Okay, so there's 6, but there's a left arrow and a right arrow for each one. So you could be a cave left arrow, which would then be selective, or a right arrow, which would be blending. So that's where we'll start, because that is Ava. She's a selective cave. And Bri is a blending cave.
Both of them vampires.
Vampires. I know. After we talked about this last time, I was like, oh my gosh, Bria literally can just be... She lives in a house where there's just one way in and out. There's literally no windows because it used to be a garage that they turned into a... It was going to be a party room or poker room, but there is a bedroom
big
and
bonus area.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, but it's it's literally a cave. And I bought her one of those sunlights so that it would rise and go down at night or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
we need
crazy.
our little vampires to thrive.
We do.
You know?
Yes. So if you have caves, whether you're blending or selective, the whole theme of your environment is that you need to feel safe and in control for both sides. So the point of your environment too is this is the place that you should spend most of your time. And if you're a selective, Ava, they want to be at home. They want to be in a place that they control who comes in and out of it, that they feel safe in, probably even in her room, not even just the house, right?
Oh, yeah, don't you dare not knock.
Yeah.
Don't you dare! You lose a finger.
Yes, they are all about boundaries. These are probably not the kids that you have to teach about boundaries because they have them.
No, and it's aren't you just so thankful?
Yeah.
That is one thing that your kid is solid on.
Yes. Yes, she has very strong boundaries. Sometimes I'm like, can you lower them for me?
Yeah.
But no, she can't.
I'm trying to hug you, gosh.
Right. So if you're selective, you want to be at home. And if you are blending, you like crowded places, buzzing atmospheres, but still that cave energy. So it's still about feeling safe and feeling in control.
Somewhere you can retreat to.
Yes.
You guys can all do your thing, but I'm going to be over here.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Now, selective, when they are in their cave space, it actually it creates activity inside of them. So all the left-facing arrows, your environment creates action. So we think if you want anything to happen to you, you need to get out and talk to people. You need to get out and go do stuff. But that's actually not the right advice for a cave person, because they will attract the right things to them. And when they are in their right environment, they just do well. Everything that they need to happen comes to them. And I think they're the ones, They're just very picky about their space, especially selectives. Like they're like extra picky about who's around and who comes in. That probably makes sense too. Where the blending can kind of handle like other energies as long as they feel safe and in control. And they don't really want to be at home as much, the blending ones, unless there's animals and other people at home.
Interesting.
Yeah. And for the blending, your environment actually relaxes you. So for a blending cave, being out with other people is like how they like calm down. And we all don't need both things. So like you and I, when we get to us, like we're both, when we're in our environment, it calms us down. That's because we're always amped up. So we need a place to calm us, not a place to activate us.
100%.
Yes. So that's the same with all of them. So selective caves, you will get amped up or action from being in your environment. And for blending caves, you will actually calm down being in your environment. Okay, and then the caves and the next one, which is markets, they're both splenic. So they're a little more like rigid. Like that's kind of like the theme of them. Okay, I just want to see if there's anything else I said about... Oh, I already said this, but it's kind of a conditioning issue that happens to cave people is that they think they have to put themselves out there when they don't want to. And really, it's just because we thought that's what they should do. But they need to uncondition themselves to understand it's okay to just be at home and be a homebody and like be in your safe space.
Yeah.
It won't block, and you can know as a mom, it's not going to block her opportunities. It's actually good for her.
Tell you what, it could not be more true. Like, if you have a kid, like, she does not fully enjoy sleepovers. I don't know. It's just like there's so many nuances to it and so many things that I can go back as a parent now that she's, in her teens and go, this has been her all along. And I know that you as a parent also know that energy of, like, why is my kid in her jammies all day long? Like, is she going to do, like, they do.
They do.
I mean,
it's who they're supposed to be. Yeah.
I love it.
And it's nice to know it, though, because when you don't know, you're just like,
yeah.
What?
And that it's critical to their nervous system.
Yeah.
Whatever specific environment. It doesn't mean they have to be in that all the time. It just means that
most of the time.
Truly.
Most of the time is the best for you. But yeah, obviously they can leave their space. But the most important thing for cave people is that they just have to feel safe and secure. And when they embrace being in that place, that's how they attract all the opportunities and it's how they get everything they need. So we just need to understand that's where they're supposed to be.
What just popped into my head is if you're a parent and your kid went off to college and they had to stay in a dorm and they did not thrive. I have heard this from several friends.
Yes.
Where their kid came home, it did not fit. They did not, it just didn't fit for their energy, and I just wonder if this isn't, such a major, this could be helpful in knowing, is my kid going to thrive going out of state? Are they going to thrive in a dorm? Are they going to thrive being in a house with other people? Do they need their own space? All of these things, you could really avoid
some situations.
Yeah.
And if they still want the experience and you want them to have it, you could go for it, but at least both of you can be aware, this might be a thing and we might have to shut this down.
Yeah. And
that's not failure. That's just what might happen.
What's right for you.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do too. Okay, the second one is markets. So markets is also a splenic environment. So that also means they're more rigid. And it's where you should spend most of your time for all of these. So markets their work is what brings them to life. So market people are they thrive at work, being in a workspace. But there's two different kinds. So if you're an internal market, which means that you get activated from being in your right environment, you do better working at home, working in small offices. You don't need stimulation from the outside world to get you going. You know how to activate yourself. And everything you need, that's the person that could, I guess, do podcast alone or, YouTube channel stuff and just be at home and somehow like get all these opportunities because they know how to activate themselves in that space.
Or just solely work from home in a corporate setting.
Yeah.
Almost makes you wonder. We had a client yesterday that stopped into the crystal shop, and she was just sharing that she, has somebody in her family who's struggling to find a job that fits them being introverted. And I just wonder if that isn't because this is her best fit.
Yes.
Is working from home. Like the majority, or maybe hybrid, like 3 days a week you work from home, 2 days from the office. Like finding that right special fit for you where you don't feel like you are absolutely depleted because of your job.
Yes. Yeah, and for markets people, because work is what, like that's where they thrive, I think it's so important that you know that if you're an internal. Because if you think that you need to thrive in a, my instructor, when I was learning human design, she was like, the last place these people need to be is, like, on the stock market floor. Like, with, like, just huge ceilings and huge space and all
yelling,
the noise. And,
just
and
absolute chaos.
internal markets, no way. Now, for external markets, they need to expose themselves more to other people. Travel is good for them. Other people kind of like bring that energy. And then even like big offices or like big teams are good for them.
Okay.
Yeah, and that one's Shane, right?
Yeah, that makes sense for my Shane.
Yeah. I like that. But work is where they come alive, which makes me think his glass would totally be like he does glass blowing. So I think that he could really take off with that.
Yeah.
But what I do see in this when I think that is, I always kind of thought it was more of a solo journey, but maybe it's not. Maybe he needs the energy of the other people, of whatever those other people are. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
A little, energy exchange going on. This guy.
Larry the dog going crazy. I forgot to mention one thing on caves. So there's also like an overlap. It's like, I don't even know what word to use, but a sense, I guess. So for caves, smell is super important. Have you ever noticed that with Ava? They're usually like scent sensitive, or it's like really important that their space smells a certain way for them.
Yes, but I've only noticed it more so since she's been a teenager. She has her little room spray.
Yeah,
that we get from wherever, Target.
Yeah, that's Bria too. Bria has like always has like smelly things and sprays, and like I'm super sensitive. Like everything like bothers my system, so I can't handle it all. But she loves it.
Yeah.
And then for markets, it's taste. And so they work best in a place that it's like their taste. So like a
not
room.
Not just physical taste, but
not
like
just physical.
Their style, aesthetic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, and if you're not following this, like if a cave person has a cave, but it smells terrible to them, it's not going to amplify them.
Trash.
It is trash. Yes. I love that.
We have to have cleanups every so often.
Yes.
In the room. Of
yes.
Like, okay.
Well, because then they can't thrive.
Throw away some stuff.
Yeah. Stuff has to go. Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. I know. And then for market people, it's like, if he's in an environment that's like, so say like your home isn't like his taste, like in some ways, then it probably wouldn't feel like a place that like lights him up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But your home's so cute. But if it wasn't.
If it was like beige and gray, sterile, neither of us would be good.
No. Now we come to us. So kitchens. We're both dry kitchens. So kitchens are creative hubs. They're places where like alchemy is happening, maybe food's being cooked.
Potions.
We don't know. Just some kind of magic. Always changing and moving, and creativity is like our word.
Charcuterie boards.
Yes. And ours is not taste, but it is it's outer vision. And so for us, it's super important that we think a space is beautiful.
Totally agree.
I do too. Yeah.
Like, I have always said, too, that when we go out to eat somewhere, if I'm this is just my personal preference. Don't judge me. If I'm spending money, I want the place to feel good over how good the food is. Partly because I'm a trash panda and I will literally eat anything, but also because I
it's
want
your design.
to feel good. I want it to like actually like have some kind of like ambiance over food.
Well, it's so important for you. I mean, I'm kind of a food snob, but
Yes.
so I like
One
this
of us
the
needs to
food
be.
part, but the environment absolutely matters, and that's true for any kitchen person. So if you're in a space where things are being created, but it doesn't feel beautiful to you, like it can really bring you down or take you out of what that environment's supposed to be doing for you. Now, our whole theme is humidity, which is just a really interesting one because everyone else gets cool stuff, but we're just humidity. So if you're a wet kitchen...
I do like a sauna, though.
If you're a wet kitchen, you need humidity. So like the Pacific Northwest would be good for you. Florida would be good for you. It doesn't matter how hot or how cold. It's just humidity is good for you. And it's how you thrive. Now, especially wet kitchens, you have to find your exact amount, because just because humidity is good for you doesn't mean a large amount of humidity is good for you. But you just have to find your exact amount. So you could use a humidifier, whatever, but it's inside your home and outside of your home. That's where you thrive. So we're in like the worst place for ourselves. So just saying, we need to move to Arizona.
Well, I was gonna just ask, like, so what is your advice for people who aren't able to either live or work? Like, how do you incorporate a little piece of that? Like you just said, a humidifier is a great idea if...
Yeah, for dry. So we're desert people. So the drier, the better. So anything you can do. So you never want to leave like wet dishes hanging on a like rack to dry. You want to actually dry them off.
Okay.
Like you don't want moisture anywhere. Like we're the people that should dry off our shower wall when we're done. Dampness or mold is bad for anyone, but it's really bad for us. So just dryness is what we need. Now, I guess my advice would just be, just keep everything as dry as you can.
So we're moving to Arizona.
I know.
It's really what I just heard.
I know. We keep talking about it. This might happen. Okay, and then we're ajna. So we had, the splenic was caves and markets. They're a little more rigid. Ajna is a little more energetic. So us and mountains are ajna. Okay, so mountain people, so they like to have exposure to things. So we're like, we want to be like in it, like making stuff, and or even just in a place where things are happening. I guess I really like restaurants. Like there's always something happening, and the salon, and like, I like this. But mountain people...
the salon. You're a hairdresser.
Yeah.
You are literally mixing and alchemizing.
Yeah.
Right
it's like
there.
things are being transformed and like
That makes sense.
created. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And the restaurant for you probably feels kind of good.
Yeah, the like...
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I do love it there. Just the energy. Like, I get in and I do it and I go home and I feel like I had a good little workout.
Yes. I know. I always
I'm
liked
a
waitressing.
yapper.
I know. Chatty. But, I mean, our environment for us is supposed to help us relax, too. So even, like, to someone out there who doesn't like talking to people, that might sound not relaxing. But for people like us, like, it is relaxing to just chat it up and just be able to have a conversation. Yeah. Okay. Back to mountains. So they want exposure to things. They're supposed to be high up. They should be around literal mountains. They see things from like a higher perspective, and they can sometimes be seen as a little bit snobby, but they're not snobby. They're just meant to see things like from a higher place. Where like if they're they're not. So they're the ones that, like, say a mountains person owned a company, like, they wouldn't be the ones that went down on the, like, the floor of the company and
Not
were working
with
with
those
everyone.
peasants, no. I'm just teasing.
She's teasing.
I'm
She's
just
teasing.
It just makes
It's
me
funny.
giggle when I I think about a mountain person, like I need to know who is a mountain person around us.
I know, we need to find someone.
I just want to give them a hard time.
I know. If you're a mountain person, we need to know.
It just makes me giggle. Like,
and it's not a negative thing at all.
It's not derogatory.
In all honesty, if a mountain person, if you said to a mountain person that people think they're snobby, they probably kind of like it, honestly. It probably won't even feel like a...
monks. Like, they're probably actual, like, nuns or
some of them.
Who knows?
Yeah. I think the passive ones are. Okay, so you're meant to see things like from above. You're not meant to get down and dirty with all the people. Like you're supposed to see it from above, from a higher place. So you lead from above. And if you're young or like you just don't know, like you don't live by a mountain, like high up apartments, high up hotels, SUVs over cars, like cars are not good for mountain people. You definitely need to be higher up. So just always thinking of like, how do you get yourself to a higher spot? So active mountains, you need to be around high achievers. So you are a high achiever and you become the person you're supposed to be through being around people who have done it, who are like running around and like doing the work, and being around them makes you become you. But you need successful peers.
Cool.
That's super important for active. And the active mountains are... you're the ones that will get activated through your environment. So being around those people activates that inside of you. Passive mountains, this is like what I actually think of like a mountain person. Like they don't want to be around anyone. Like they want to be left alone, monks, by the mountain. Like they just want to contemplate life. Like they want to see what everyone else is doing from a higher place, but just like let their imagination go. Like let themselves, like being alone puts them in the right place, but still in a higher place. Yeah.
I like it.
I do too. Oh, and theirs is, what is their, sorry, I want to tell you your inner vision. Okay, so ours was outer vision, like everything has to be beautiful for us. For mountains, inner vision is what gets activated, and it's like you can see things more clearly in your mind's eye, your imagination.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Okay, now the total opposite of mountains is valleys. Valleys people are the ones that are like, you need to be humble. We're all in this together. Like, it doesn't matter, like, how much I've done or how much I do. Like, we're the same. Like, everyone just get down here and hang out. Yeah, they're like the total, like, the people's people. They're the ones...
bringing people back to earth.
Yes. They're the ones that if they own a company, like, they're down in the thick of it. They're, like, cleaning the toilets and taking the trashes out, and, like, they're working with their people. Okay, so if you're in a narrow valley, so valleys hold sound. So, like, not valley people, but valleys in general, right? Like, if there's a valley, like, sound echoes and everything. So, narrow valleys, which they're the ones who get activated through their environment, they need one-on-one interactions. Like, they're the ones that will, like, literally, like, tilt their ear towards you when you're talking because, like, they need to, like, absorb the sound.
That's so interesting.
I know.
I've seen people do that.
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't it be cool to just know people's charts, like have it like on their hand or something?
I just ask weird stuff from people. You do too. Mm-hmm. I'll be like, "What's your birth time?"
I know. Tell me. I need to know. Why are you putting your ear at me? Are you a valleys person? A narrow valley?
Okay.
Yes.
That's intriguing.
Yes. Oh, and valleys are solar plexus, so they're emotional, sensitive. So they need one-on-one. And they need, like, the way that they grow and get information and the way that anything happens for them is that really, like, focused, like, I need to watch you talk. I need to hear you say it. Like, that's how they bring it in and, like, really understand it.
Like, enmesh themselves in the energy?
Yes.
Interesting.
And so wide valleys, though, they're the ones that, like... Think of like wide plains or big open spaces, and there's like a lot of things going on, and like no one's even directly talking to them, but they're picking up all the right things.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So they might not be as engaged.
Yes.
But they're enmeshed in their own way.
Yeah, so they don't need that one-on-one. They just need to be like in it, and they'll pick up what they need to pick up.
That's cool.
Yeah. And the most important thing for valleys is feeling like just an ordinary, humble person. That's the environment they want to be in. So they probably don't do great in environments where people think that they're better than, or like
I wonder
they
if
get that perception.
Kendrick Lamar is a ballet.
Maybe.
Sit down, be humble. Come on.
Yeah.
He's got to be a ballet.
We should look up his chart later.
We should.
We'll
Stay
do it.
tuned.
We'll tell you later. And tell us what you are, because we want to know, and we want to dissect you.
And if you resonate with one of these and
Yeah.
you don't have your chart or you don't have the app, just send us your info.
Yeah.
DM us. Be like, hey, I want to know. Can you look it up?
Yeah, we love it. This is our
She'll do
favorite.
it.
Yeah. And actually we've had a few people ask if we would read their charts live, or if we could do like
Yes, we will.
some kind of like live thing with them, or if they could be on our podcast. So we are inviting people to apply to do that. Just send us the application process is easy. Just say, I want to do this, and we'll let you know.
DM.
Yeah. But basically, we'll just have you here, and we'll just go through your chart and see what you're struggling with and see how we can help you. And then in like real time, people can see how this stuff helps. Yeah.
Yeah. And how it resonates.
Yes. So last but not least is shores. And this is my husband, my youngest daughter, and your son are all natural shores. But shores, their touch, so their hands tell them a lot. Like the way something feels to them, or like sand on their toes, or just the way something feels tells them if it's right for them. And they are the complete opposite of caves. They are zero boundary.
Could not be more true.
Right.
For both our kids.
I know.
It's crazy. If
I
you have children and they are polars,
Yeah.
look it
Yeah.
up.
No, this is like, they're just like wide open spaces. And they're also solar plex, so that is, again, sensitive. So they are just no boundaries, open spaces, melting pot cities, anywhere where there's like a lot of different things coming together. They also do really well on like a transition point. So like where it goes from city to country, like living right in the middle is a good place for them. Living on a literal shore is good for them, like where it goes from land to water. But for natural, by the sea is amazing for them. And then they just want to see the world, but they want some nature in it. Where artificial, I hate the word artificial. It just means man-made. It's not like plastic, right? It's like if you were working in an office, you could have a big window if you're an artificial shores person, and that would help you like to cultivate that. Yeah, I mean, that's it, really. The shores are pretty simple. It's like a transition period or transition place, and then just using touch to decide what's right for them.
I like it.
Yeah. And so if you are a natural shore, like everyone in our family almost, then they are being activated by this energy. So like being by the ocean would actually activate them. And then for artificial shores, like having that energy would actually calm you.
What would artificial shore be? Like, that's the window, that's the, like, even though you're in a corporate setting, you have a view of...
Yeah, actually, I
lake
have a good
or-
story for this.
Yeah.
Because when I was learning this, Jenna Zoe's who I was taking the courses from, and a lady asked her, she was like, I just don't resonate with being artificial shores because I love the ocean and I just like want to be close to the ocean and da-da-da-da. And so Jenna Zoe and her were like kind of going back and forth about it. And she's like, are you sure your birth time's right? Like, check this, check that. And then she's like, well, do you want to be like rolling in the sand? And she goes, ew, no. And she's like, okay, there we go.
Okay.
She's like,
that makes sense.
Yeah. She goes, you want to be on the balcony or the porch and looking at the ocean. She's like, that's artificial. That's like, I don't want to be in it. I just want to see it.
Got it.
Where the natural shores one, like he loves sand between his toes and like the feeling of certain things that have to do with that. So that would be the difference.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a great explanation.
Yeah, I think so too. I know, I was glad that came up because I felt like shores was kind of a hard one to explain, especially artificial. But I think that really paints a picture.
I like it.
I do too. Well, that's it for environment. And then maybe we'll pivot a little bit and go to channels next time. Or maybe we'll have a guest and then we'll pivot again. We don't know.
I like it.
But we have like really deep stuff we could do and go further into the arrows, but we should probably finish up like the easier stuff first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know what you want to know.
DM us.
Yes.
Let us know. Do you want to pull up your chart? Give you some fun little facts, see if it resonates. If you have questions about one, if you don't really, like Tess said, like if you don't really resonate with some of the things that were shared, we'll dig into it.
Yeah,
right?
I know. I just thought that was so funny because I could see like as they were going back and forth, Jenna was just like, "Gosh, I don't know. Like that seems crazy." And she was like, "There's always a reason though." And she's like, "So like you like rolling around in the sand?" And no. It was like so funny. And she's like, "There it is." She's like, "There's always a reason."
Perfect.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Have a great day.
Bye.